What's up, peoples? Mood 616 here. Yeah, and I am back. Sorry about the long delay in between Funky Fridays. This is volume 19, or episode 19. Like I said, Fridays is always kind of an issue with me. And I don't film any of these ahead of time, so I do them actually on the days that I'm posting them, but anyways, if you're a fan of the series, I'm sorry, I'll trying to do them more regularly. But I might even start just like recording a few at a time because it just might be easier to do. Anyways, getting to this week's pick here. You know, for the first 18 episodes, I did an album. And I was thinking to myself, actually driving home from work last night, and I was like, you know, I had a couple in mind that I was going to do. A couple albums I had been listening to this week. And I decided to go with something else because I hadn't done like a compilation or anything like that. So, and this particular compilation, I've like never seen anyone talk about. It's really weird. I came across it on the internet randomly one time. I was looking for actually a different compilation, and I found this one for really, really cheap actually. So I decided to pick it up, and that is Super Rappin', the album Volume 2. Now this is pretty cool. I still need to pick up the first one. You can find it for really cheap. I was actually looked on Discogs last night, and it was like, I think you can pick this one up for $5 or $6, and same with the first one. The nice thing about this one is that it is a double disc. Yeah, the discs are in my mixer right now, but yeah, so it's got 2 discs. And it's actually quite cheap, so it's not out of print or anything. This was released in 2001 on Groove Attack Records. Now, what sold me on this was the lineup, because there was a few cats on here I'd never even heard of, and a few cats I'd obviously heard of, and just the producers on here and shit like that. It's basically just a compilation for, you know, hip-hop, man. You know, it's just about MCing. So I'll just go through the track list in here because it's really what it's about. This one starts out with Thrust. He's a Canadian MC from Toronto. I thought it was quite interesting that Thrust was the very first track on here. It's a pretty cool song called So Amazing. Next up, you got Bismarcky with Turn the Party Out, produced by Paul Nice. That was an interesting, having Bismarcky on here was quite trippy, actually. Then you got the infamous MC, produced by Killa. You got Man Skype on here, produced by DJ Roddy Rod, which is a pretty cool song. 5Ds. I never heard of 5Ds. That was one of the cats. I was like, yeah, I gotta check that out. Produced by Fat John. And Fat John's he's a producer. He's very laid back, kind of jazzy style and shit. Actually, Fat John does a couple an interlude on here, maybe another beat and stuff. Very cool stuff. So that kind of sold me on that one. Rubik's is on here. Bravo and Sandman. Didn't know much about them. The Lone Catalyst were on here, of course. The song produced by Jay Rawls, of course, part of the group, which is a fantastic song. Mike Zoots, produced by Alatola, which was like, fuck, that's totally cool. D-Claim was on here, and the song was produced by Can Kick, and I was like, shit, man, the fucking production on here is just amazing. That's a really cool song called Do the Dance, and then you got a song called IG Off and Hazardous, produced by Jay Rawls. Which is, I love Jay Rawls' production. And then the last track on the disc one is Fat John's Interlude, which is just like an instrumental track. So, I mean, right there, man, it should tell you that this is going to be what the type of hip-hop is going to be. It's going to be that, you know, that just that fucking, not like full-on boom bap, but it's just that mellow hip-hop, and just, it's all about lyrics and shit. So on to disc 2. Obscure Disorder. Didn't really know much about these guys when I picked this up. Still don't really know a lot about them, but that's a song that was just playing in the background. Fucking cool shit. Mr. Complex from the Polyrhythm Addicts, produced by DJ Spin, is on here. Gage. Didn't know much about Gage at all, but it was produced by Geology, which I love Geology. Then you got DJ Digby, aka Home Skillets, produced by Jay Rawls, so that was pretty cool. Then you got a song with Pete Rock and Grand Agent. This is what they meant, produced by Pete Rock. Enough said. And then you got Lower Velocity, produced by Jay Blend. And then you got a song by J Live on here, produced by Jay Rawls also, which is fucking fantastic. Mr. Lift's song called Old Crew, produced by Insight, which is, I love those two. wish those two would do a fucking entire record together, man. Cali Wilds, produced by Oh No. Everyone knows Oh No, Madlib's brother. K.O.Tex, AM/PM is the song. They're a group from Texas. They put in some really cool shit in the early 2000s. I didn't really like some of their later stuff, but like their earlier stuff was fucking very cool. Like, when I say from Texas, you're probably thinking, you know, down south sound. Not at all. It sounds very much like it fit right into this. And then the last song on the second disc is by Royal Flush, which was just so random to me. Seeing Royal Flush on here, I was just like, yeah, that's awesome, man. So, you know, the dude seems to pop up every once in a while, but overall, this is a really solid double disc album that I got for super cheap. I mean, you can't go wrong with the you know, there's 23 songs, 23 tracks on here, just all quality hip hop, man. If you want to throw something on and just nod your head to it, man, this is the shit right here. I still need to pick up the Volume 1. The Volume 1 lineup is fucking fantastic, too. It's got a lot of different cats on it, but I need to pick that one up. Looked it up on Discogs. It's like $5-6, like I said before, so. But yeah, Super Rappin', the album Volume 2, I highly recommend this, man. If you like this type of hip-hop, you know, it sounds like it's from the early 2000s. I mean, really, some of this shit sounds like it could have came out today, to be honest, but just overall super solid, man. You know, I'd give this like fucking an 8.5 out of 10. Double disc, fantastic, man. So yeah, Super Rappin'. Right there. Very cool stuff. It was funny when I first came across this. I thought this was actually like a compilation. Just by the cover, I thought it was a compilation of like songs from, you know, 79 to like 83 kind of deal. Because that era is like, you know, the true school era, known as like the Super Rappin' era. Super Rappin' being like 15-minute fucking songs. But no, just by my amazement. But I think that's kind of what they were going at, like the old school vibe and shit. So very cool though. I highly recommend this. So yeah, Funky Friday episode 19. I'll be back next week with episode 20. Milestone episode, I guess. Anyways, Mood616, thanks for watching and subscribing. Leave comments if you want. Peace out.